Okay, morning class. So now we come to this the last assignment. That is your alternative assessment. Okay, so sorry for my busy schedule, so I'm not be able to conduct the session to you purposely. So I'll just do the recording for you all, and then we try to see what is the questions about. Okay. So when you look at your assignment, okay, this is your assignment number 3. Okay, I do believe you all check your assignment 2 and the result already. Please do not feel down regarding the result, because why? Your university is really particular on the way you deliver the idea. So you have to make sure that you really know how to answer the questions. Okay, look at this one. This is your assignment, the last assignment, and this one actually contribute 40% to the total grade, and you only allow a maximum of 1 attempt to submit your assignments, meaning to say if you fail the assignment this one on time, no more chances will be given to you. And it must be submitted by 11th of April 2022, Monday, before the midnight. So plan your schedule. Okay, I know you are very busy, but I would like you to learn from your previous experience. We really need to plan the schedule, okay? And this is an individual assignment, all right? And then the answer should be around 1,002 to 1,005 words. And using the APA format, marks will be deducted for inappropriate style. So I think of you all, 1 to 2%, right? I think still cannot perform the APA formats in the very correct way. So please improve this one. So the cover sheet with your name, the course codes, and the title should accompany with this assignment. Now look at this assignment. Read and understand the assignment tasks, okay? Refer to the guide provided to help you to stay on point. Okay, basically this assignments, right, is about the 2 questions on the case study. That's why I can't share so much with you, or otherwise all of you will come up with the same answer. In fact, this one really needs you to provide to observe your experience and relate to your questions. Okay, for example, question number 1, you are the principals of a high school and it is 1 week away from the state basketball tournament. Mr. Han has been the coach for the of the basketball team of the school for 2 years, and the basketball team has been the state champion for the past 2 years under his leadership. However, Mr. Han was absent from the previous training session without prior notice, and it was the second offense. According to the school policy, any coaches with such offense should be terminated. So suggest how you could solve the above dilemma as a school principal, and then B, suggest the probable reasons that lead to the uncomfortable behavior of the basketball coach in the above situation. So if you see the guidelines here, when you refer to question 1, so please suggest how you could solve this above dilemma as a school principal. Okay, identify and explain the issue. Don't just identify the issue, you need to explain the issue. Okay, so how to explain the issue? Okay, for example, okay, sorry, I can't give you the specific example. So to explain the issue, try to relate to the consequences, and then check how important, okay, how important for this dilemma to be solved. Okay, refer to the journals, all right, and based on the given situation, you discuss the steps involved in solving the dilemma as the school principal. Okay, so 20 marks given for this one, meaning to say for the first part here, identify and explain the issues, 10 marks will be given, and then based on the given situation, discuss the steps, another 10 marks will be given on how to solve the dilemma. All right, so I already informed here, 10 marks for the first part, identify and explain the issue, another 10 marks will be given to discuss the steps involved in solving the dilemma. And one thing you need to remember, based on the issue, then discuss the step to solve the dilemma. The dilemma and the issue that you discuss both in the A must parallel to each other. All right. Meaning to say, you cannot explain the issue A and then you solve the dilemma B. Okay, so I can't see the relationship between these two. If let's say you find that this is the issue, then think of the steps to solve this issue. So this is about your question A. All right, and then in A also, what I want to emphasize here is don't give me so much issue. Let's say identify and explain the issue. Maybe you can give me 2 issues. Since 10 marks will be given here, 10 marks will be given for 2 issues. So every issue, 5 marks will be given. And then when you come to the second part, the step to solve the dilemma. So maybe think of how to solve every issue. So remember, 2 issues here. Okay, now B, suggest the probable reason that lead to the unaccountable behavior of the basketball coach in the above situation, and 15 marks here. Explain the concept of accountability of being an educator. Okay, this one you can see maybe 5 to 7 marks here. Okay, so the concept of accountability of being an educator, you can refer to the handouts, and then don't just give me the accountability. You don't just list down. Okay, maybe I think you can try to list down 2 to 3 the concept, the meaning of the concept of accountability. Then you explain it. Read the keywords of the question. When the question says explain, you have to explain. If you don't explain, no marks will be given to you. And then after that, suggest some possible reason why that would cause a decline of accountability of the basketball coach. So this one, try to do some reflection on your school. Okay, if this kind of things happen in your school, okay, any possible reasons that you can discuss here. Okay, so don't just list down the reason. Remember, you are doing this degree level or postgraduate diploma level. It's not appropriate for you to just list down. Okay, you have to explain also. When the question asks you, suggest some possible reason. Don't suggest too much. You just focus on 2 to 3 reasons. Okay, 2 to 3 reasons, and then for these 2 or 3 reasons, try to see in deep why this reason have the possibility can cause a decline of the accountability of this basketball coach. All right, now I think this is very clear already in your question number 1. For your question number 2, okay, let's see the question 2. Mr. Zhong is the principal of high school in Penang. The students achieve 100% of passing rates in the national exam for the past 5 years, with 96% of all the grades from A to C. The admission rate of the students has been stable over the years. Mr. Zhong is extremely concerned with the teaching and learning activities, and he thinks that it is important to provide ample support to the teachers. So he always set the clear goals that are related to the students' achievement, and he even provides mentoring and coaching to the teachers who require them. Moreover, the learning materials and facilities can be easily accessed by the teachers upon the request. So you can see from here, this one talking about how good the planning in the teaching and learning process, and then how these ample supports given to the teachers, and then also clear goal set, okay, to the students' achievement, and then also the coaching and mentoring. So to ensure the outstanding academic performance of the students, it is compulsory for teachers to attend at least 20 hours of continuous professional development arranged by Mr. Zhong. So every year. So this is what I shared with you before this. As an educator, it's good for you all to keep going on with this continuous professional development to update the knowledge. Moreover, the extra classes must be conducted by the teachers a week before the examination. Okay, however, the students dislike this learning experience as they are pressured to perform well academically, and the teachers are frustrated and demotivated due to the unpaid extra classes conducted before the exam. So, A, evaluate whether the practices by the educational institution above is effective or not. Okay, so meaning to say you have to judge. If you say it is effective, why? Give me the reason. Okay, if you say no, why? Okay, later on we'll discuss more the guidelines. Discuss the model of educational leadership that Mr. John has adopted in the school. Okay, and then discuss how Mr. John can implement the participative model and transformational model in the school to improve its effectiveness. Okay, now let's see the guideline here. For A, to evaluate whether the practices by the educational institution above is effective or not, 5 marks will be given. Meaning to say, if you say it is effective, justify your answer. If you say it is ineffective, please justify the answers with the examples also. Okay, do not just share the experience. I repeat, don't just share the experience. This is academic writing. Every assignment in your university is academic writing. You don't share your experience. Okay, no marks will be given on your experience unless you write in a very academic way and then you use the experience as your evidence. Okay, that is another talk. All right, so if you can justify the answer, refer to the journals, refer to the other writings, and then you give your experience as the evidence, then okay. All right, so this one 5 marks are very simple. B, discuss the model of educational leadership that Mr. John has adopted in the school. 10 marks will be given for this part. So what could be the model of educational leadership that Mr. John adopted in the school? Justify your answer with example. So meaning to say you must go back to the questions again. You refer to what Mr. John has done. He is the principal. Yes. Okay. You see, from my experience, I can see Mr. John here is really focused on the students' achievement. And then I think the school-based the school is exam based, okay, because they emphasize so much on the result here, and then teaching, okay, but at the same time, Mr. John also very concerned. This keyword, this is the keyword. He is really concerned about the teaching and learning activities, and also provide ample support to the teachers also. Okay, and then very clear goals. Okay, so students' achievement and also even provide the mentoring and coaching to the teachers. So you can see from here, actually, you can see from here. So with all this, okay, what kind of the leadership that it is related to, and then talk about that leadership. Okay, so you can see B here. Talk about the model of the educational leadership that Mr. John adopted in the school. If you say, for example, he is adopting the transformational leadership, okay, remember why you say that. If you say he is doing something like servant leadership, why you say that again? Okay, you can pick out any leadership model, but remember, justify your answers, the experience. Okay, so 10 marks will be given for this part. C, discuss how Mr. John can implement the participative model and transformational model in the school to improve the effectiveness. This is suggested to you. Okay, so if let's say we want Mr. John to implement these two now. Okay, here 20 marks means that 10 marks will be given for each part. So please explain participative model and also explain the transformational model. Discuss how these two models can be adopted by Mr. John to improve the school effectiveness based on the given situation. So, for example, if you choose this one, participative model, how this model can help Mr. John to improve the school effectiveness. Meaning to say you must go through the whole thing, the participative model. What is the good thing about the participative model? What is the good thing about the transformational model? Okay, so you can choose to explain each one, and at the same time, you also can do the comparison between these two so that I can see how good your understanding on the participative model and also the transformational model. Okay, so compare these two. Maybe, for example, this is another way. Okay, you can see how these two can contribute and how these two, which one better. Okay, all right. So the content of the assignments, okay, is 70%, where the other 30% is awarded for the writing style. Okay, language here, I think no issue. Organization and presentation, okay, this one very big issue. Some of you can see from your previous assignments why the math so low because of this one, because you didn't plan. You must plan whatever you want to write. You cannot just hold your pen and then put your fingers on the keyboards and then you type everything you want. You must plan the answer. Write the answer according to the subtopics for easy marking and checking. Okay, so please organize your writing and present your points in a very clear way. Otherwise, you will lose these 10 marks. Referencing is about your APA format. But the thing is, I don't want you only focus on this statement. A good writing is supposed not only to focus on this one, at least 3 academic sources in discussion. Give me more because you need more evidence to prove your idea. How come the 2 questions only with 3 academic sources? Impossible, right? So I need more evidence from you. Okay, and then this one must refer to the APA format as we discussed before. All right, so once again, as a reminder, submit this assignment 11th of April, and I would like to say good luck to you all. So if you have any question you want to ask, just post in our Telegram, and then we will try to discuss each other again. Okay, so I do believe that this guideline can provide you very clear picture already on what you need to present. Okay, in fact, you all can write, but the thing is, you all don't, how to say, you all still you just write because of you want to write the answer. You don't plan the answer. Always remember one more thing. I don't want your experience. Okay, I don't want you to write about your experience, but I like your experience to be the evidence. Meaning to say, you must identify the ideas and then only then put your experience as the evidence of the points. Then I will accept that. If you just write based on your evidence, your experience, sorry, no marks will be given to you. Okay, so I think that's all for my session this morning. So good luck once again to you all. Okay, thank you.